Hello everyone, in this third part of the tutorial I'm going to be blocking out some of the walls. So first of all I think what we're going to use are just the 3ds Max box primitives for now. So what I'm going to do is sort of just click there, drag till you need it, again. Now if we have a look in the perspective view, you can see we've made that wall there. Now what I am going to do, don't worry too much about this scale in the background, that's just kind of for reference. So I'm just going to make sure that my width is like a round number, same as the height, and same as the length. So I've gone 30, 700, 200. Now if you've got your own plans as well, it's up to you. Now I'm going to set the X to 0, so it's in the center. Okay. So now that we have that wall, we kind of know how to set the rest of it up. So I'm actually going to make this out of more than one primitive. Actually, do you know what? Under review, I'm not going to do that. So actually, I'm going to put the whole thing on the scale, and I will basically add it to put it into the center afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and hit F3 and F4 and J, sorry, and that way you'll see your object a bit better. Then I go ahead and convert it to a visible poly, and I'm just going to bring out the edges so I can make another wall. Now you want to have this panel here. Now, if it's not there, there's a little white arrow there. So it brings us up, so press that and it will come down. Now I'm going to go to Edge Mode and go to Swift Loop and just click where those lines are. Now I'm going to go to Polygon Mode. Select those two faces we just made with Swift Loop, and I'm going to extrude them a little bit. Now I'm going to head back over into this view. Select all the polygons, vertices there. Let's put them into the right place. And for these ones, I'm going to put them here. Now, what I'm going to do for these walls is a bit different. So, we are going to extrude again on this to a point where we have sort of the same sort of distance of wall. I'm going to select these polygons, move them this way. So our wall is always going to be a square, so we're always going to have like a square block we can put down, but the wall will go inwards inside. Again, I'm going to just make another step. That's not how you do it. It's being an idiot. Sorry, just extrude, sort of lining it up roughly. My mouse is a bit broken, so it clicks like 500 times sometimes. And it's there. So I'm just going to select these vertices and move them onto the scale. If it's out like that, just select all of them, move them up. You want to try and keep your flow of lines. Good. And this one here. Okay, I'm going to do the same for this corner as well. Should not in the right place. Let's put it there. Shoot it, try and think about the width you're making. Good for like to go to half the sort of height of this corner. And there we go. Done it wrong again. So one there, and then one there again to put the height on the next piece. And I'm going to take, because I want these bits here to be straight, if I select all of the ones there, and if I go to my edit geometry and click Y or X, depends which axis you're working on, sorry, then I can just take this and extrude it along here. I'm also going to go ahead and just do the same sort of thing as last time and just make another seam there. So what happened there? Okay, and I'm just going to bring these down a little bit because they're not quite on that line. Okay, and because I want the edges of the walls to line up these bits here, I'm going to make sure that they're on the same x value. So I'm going to go to this one. So I need 381213. Be different for you, obviously. Just so you know how to line it up, just paste it into the x value of the coordinates. Then you know that they're perfectly in line. Then for the same for this one, 3413506. You can just copy and paste it, just to make sure everything's in line. Okay. Now to close this gap off, Now to close this gap off here, I'm going to just extrude it a little bit. And then in perspective view, I'm going to hold Alt, press A, and click on where I need it to go to. And we're going to be changing the Y position, so untick those boxes. And you want to hit, just go through the options until you find the right one you need. I'm actually going to use the polygons, the vertices. Okay, it's not playing ball. So I'm going to do it manually again. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to weld them together. So if you select all over the ones you need to weld together, that will actually give you a bad result because it will weld it to the center there, into the average. So we're going to do target welding. So I'm going to make this view a bit bigger. Press J to get rid of this nasty selection box. Okay, and we're going to hit target at the top and just click on the first one. One second, it's not playing ball again. I'm going to try in polygon mode. If it won't play ball for whatever reason, because Max likes to do this, I will just put them in the same place. In fact, I'll just do that. So I'm going to just copy the Y value of that plane. So they're in the same position, to be honest. It's the same as welding them. Okay, so we've got our basic room layout there. So there we go, and I'm just going to quickly make the floor, which is very easy. Just to make it look right, I'm not going to make it exactly the same size. Just has to be enough to cover. Okay, so we've got our blocked out room there, so I'm going to save that. And what I'm then going to do is click attach, and attach the floor to it. Okay. So we have our floor and our main model. We're never going to see the bottom of it, so don't worry a bit too much about all these seams. It's always going to be inside the ground, so don't worry.